people. So you know that it's very challenging because nobody know him. It means that nobody know him. But we in our family, we know him well. So what I told my children is, please not listen to others because they not know us. And we should not angry with the Thai society. But we should show to them what our father is. The Thai society can learn who is Somchai by us, by his family. So that what we are trying to do is that to show the Thai society that even though you are the bad or good people, nobody should not be abducted and disappear. When my children understanding and when they are stronger, I try to find how I can, what is the best way that I can access to justice, because it's our dignity, you know. It's our dignity, it's our value. So I asked all of my children, because at that time we faced a lot of threats, and we are only women and children in the house. And when my children agree that we should keep on our struggle and fighting for justice, so I started to study what about the families of the disappeared in other countries. How can they access to justice, what they have done, so that I'm lucky that I have a lot of colleagues and friends who support. So when I'm fighting, my family, my children, I understand that everybody are suffering. Even though my children never used to tell me, but we can see that sometimes they're crying in the corner of the house. We have to be strong to show to the Thai society that we have rights not to be disappeared. Now, I'm not represent only the families of the disappeared, but I also represent as the National Human Rights Commissioner to protect rights of others. But it's not easy. What we need is that we need many people to join us, to support us, so that we can move forward. We can protect the people not to be disappear again in our country. We need some good mechanism, and I'm really appreciate for everybody of our colleagues and friends that nobody left us since the beginning of my struggle until today, until the new cases of the disappear. All of you still be here together. Thank you.
It's difficult. It's already 4 years. 15 December was the anniversary of Somba's disappearance. And frankly to say, does it get easier? No. You still face it every day. You face it every day. The emotional strain and stress continues. You don't understand why this has happened. You try to make sense of it, but you cannot. But you just have to go on and live with the hope. And that hope is the only motivation that drives you to get out of bed every day. I have taken up meditation. That's one way to help. It's not easy, but it is at least something. I can keep me calm. Unlike Billy's wife, Pinapa, and Ankana, when Somjai was disappeared, they still have to struggle to keep their families, to take care of the families, struggle for the economic survival of the family. I am more fortunate because we don't have to raise young children anymore. And I can just live simply on whatever is that I have saved up. But like Sombat, after he disappeared, his mother was still alive. And how do you explain to the mother what had happened? Sombat's mother died 2 years ago, heartbroken, waiting, not understanding. After Sombat disappeared, the entire family, the younger brothers and sisters and their children, they tried to make sense of it. But they are afraid, they are scared that something bad will happen to them. It's like Ankana say, when something happens, when the person is disappeared, there are lots of rumors. The person must have done something wrong. I hear that again from neighbors, from people who don't speak to me directly. But they will say, oh, he must be a bad person. He must have done something wrong. And you know he has done nothing wrong. That is the hardest. I was fortunate. I don't need to have to explain to this to the children because they are all grown up. My nieces and nephews are all grown up. But still, it's very difficult. And I admire Ankana. And I particularly admire Pinapa. I really don't know how she does it, how she can still hold everything together. For me, apart from trying to make sense of what happened, like Ankana, I try to fight for justice for Sombat. And I also try and keep some sense of routine life ahead. I continue to run the Sauban shop, which is a crafts business, which Sombat has started. This is a type of work he had started to help the rural women to make some income. So I sustain that, and I try to next slide. Yeah. And also to help my niece run the farm. This is an organic farm started by Sombat, which was meant to train farmers to come and learn about organic farming, not relying on chemical fertilizers, integrated farming. Now this farm is being run by our niece. It continues to provide a space for agriculture students to come and learn, and also a place for young children from schools, if they're interested, to come and visit. These are the things we do, I continue to do in order to hold on to a vision, to what Sombat stands for. And that holding on to the vision is something that keeps me going.
Okay. Thank you for that. The third question we have for each of the panelists is a little bit of the difficulties that you face. Now, please particularly share with us information about your struggle to get answers from the authorities about your missing loved one. And what sort of challenges and constraints have you faced in this regard?
ก็ตั้งแต่วันสุดท้ายที่บิลลี่อยู่ที่บ้านก็วันที่15เมษายน57อะค่ะคือนี่คือวันสุดท้ายที่เขาอยู่กับครอบครัวแล้วเขาออกจากบ้านเขาก็บอกว่าเขาไปหาแม่เขาที่บางกลอยแล้วก็ไปทำหน้าที่อบต.พอไปค้างซะ2 คืนแบบวันที่18พี่ชายเขาก็ลงมาโทรถามว่าเห็นบิลลี่กลับบ้านไหมก็หนูก็บอกว่าไม่เห็นแล้วก็ถามเขาว่าทำไมบิลลี่เป็นอะไรเกิดอะไรขึ้นกับบิลลี่พี่ชายเขาก็บอกว่าบิลลี่ลงมาเมื่อวันที่17ช่วงบ่ายๆเขาลงมาเอาติดน้ำพึ่งลงมาด้วยแล้วเขาก็โดนเจ้าหน้าที่อุทยานควบคุมตัวเขาไว้ตรงทางเข้าหมู่บ้านเขาแล้วก็หายไปไม่รู้ว่าเจ้าหน้าที่อุทยานไปเอาไปไว้ที่ไหน
The last day that we lived together, I met with my husband. The last day is on 15 April of 2014. He went out from our home. He told me that he will go to his home to meet with his own mother, and he will go to do a work of the sub-district administration organization, and he planned to live in his mother's home for 2 nights. But on 18th of April 2014, his elder brother called me and asked me, "Where is Billy?" He told me that he don't know what happened with him. I asked what happened, what really happened with him. His brother told me that actually he went out. Actually he been there at his mother's home, and then Billy went back to his home on 17. But together with the bottom of honey from the forest. But his brother learned that the officer of the national park stopped him at the entrance gate of the community and arrested him. And now he has no idea what happened with him.
จัดตอนจากนั้นก็วันที่19ก็ไปที่สพ.แก่งกระจานแล้วก็ไปแจ้งความแล้วก็เจอเจ้าหน้าที่ตำรวจคนหนึ่งเขาบอกว่าจะมาแจ้งความได้ยังไงคนถูกจับตัวไปไม่ใช่คนหาย
On 19th of April that year, when I learned that Billy was missing, I went to the Kangkajan police station. I met with police, and he said that how you find a case because he just been arrested, not been disappeared.
หลังจากนั้นก็ไปวันเดียวกันนะก็พอตอนเที่ยงก็ไปกินข้าวกันก่อนพอช่วงบ่ายแล้วมาอีกรอบหนึ่งพอมาก็มาเจอเจ้าหน้าที่ตำรวจเหมือนเดิมเขาก็บอกว่าเขาประสานงานกับหัวหน้าอุทยานให้แล้วหัวหน้าอุทยานบอกว่าเขาจับไปจริงแล้วเขาก็ปล่อยไปแล้ว ที่ของที่บิลลี่เอามาคือไม่เยอะแค่น้อยนิดเดียวเองเขาก็เลยปล่อยตัวระหว่างทางไป
On the same day, I went out from the police station to have lunch. But in the afternoon, I went back again at the police station. I found a police officer. He said that he already coordinated with the chief of National Park, Gangkajan National Park already, and the chief of Gangkajan National Park accept with him with the police that he arrest Billy. It is real, but he said that he already released Billy during the way on the way because he found that Billy have only not many bottles of honey with him. So the officers released him already.
นั้นก็หนูก็เลยบอกกับเจ้าหน้าที่คนนั้นว่าไปตามหามาให้หน่อยเขาก็บอกมาว่าหนูเป็นผู้เสียหายหนูต้องออกไปหาข้อมูลเองเขามีหน้าที่รับแจ้งความภายในอย่างเดียวเขาไม่มีหน้าที่ออกหาข้างนอกให้พอเถียงกับเขาไปกลับมาเขาก็บอกว่าถ้าพูดมากให้เข้าไปคุยในห้องสอบสวนพอเข้าไปคุยในห้องสอบสวนเจ้าหน้าที่สอบสวนเขาก็จะถามวันสุดท้ายที่บิลลี่อยู่กับครอบครัวแค่นั้นพอเขาถามก็บอกตามไปว่าบิลลี่อยู่วันสุดท้ายวันที่15 เมษายน 57แล้วก็ออกเดินทางโดยขี่รถเครื่องสีเหลืองดำฮอนด้าสีเหลืองดำอะค่ะแล้วก็ไม่ได้บอกว่าจะกลับมาบ้านเมื่อไหร่แค่บอกว่าจะไปหาแม่แล้วก็กลับไปทำหน้าที่อบต.แค่นั้นแล้วก็เจ้าหน้าที่สอบสวนก็ให้ออกจากห้อง
So on that day, after the police officer told me that the chief of Gangkajan National Park accepted with him that he arrest Billy, I asked the police officer to find him for me. But the thing is, the police officer insists that he have only responsible for receiving the case file. He don't have responsible for finding a person for her. So after we dispute a bit, the officer asked me to get to interrogation room. He just asked me about the last day that Billy lived with us. I just told the story as you heard, that Billy went out from the home by the motorcycle Honda black and yellow Honda, and he have never he didn't say about when he will get back, but he just say that he is going to meet his mother. That's it.
หลังจากวันนั้นประมาณวันที่ 23 เมษายน 57 มากับชาวบ้านแล้วก็เครือข่ายกะเหรี่ยงมายื่นหนังสือที่ศาลากลางจังหวัดเพชรบุรีเพื่อให้ผู้ว่าศาลให้หัวหน้าอุทยานออกนอกพื้นที่เพื่อความโปร่งใสในการค้นหาตัวบิลลี่แต่ผู้ว่าเขาเห็นว่ามีน้ำหนักไม่เพียงพอที่จะให้หัวหน้าอุทยานออกนอกพื้นที่ก็เลยยังอยู่ในพื้นที่ที่เดินแล้วก็จากนั้นก็ไปที่กรมพิสูจน์หลักฐานไปก็นักข่าวก็ตามไปถ่ายภาพเจ้าหน้าที่ในกรมพิสูจน์หลักฐานเขาก็ไม่ให้ถ่ายเขาบอกว่าเป็นเรื่องที่เกิดขึ้นยังไงเขากลัวเดี๋ยวมีอะไรเกิดขึ้นแล้วจะติดเข้าไปด้วยและทีนี้ไปพาลูกชายกับหนูไปตรวจเสร็จก็ไปยื่นเอกสารไปยื่นเรื่องที่ศาลชั้นต้นที่จังหวัดเพชรบุรีค่ะ แล้วก็ศาลชั้นต้นก็ยกคำร้องไปก็ในการที่หลักฐานไม่เพียงพอแล้วก็ยื่นอุทธรณ์ต่อศาลอุทธรณ์ก็ยกคำร้องไปเห็นเหมือนกับศาลชั้นต้นเหมือนกันแล้วก็สุดท้ายก็ยื่นศาลฎีกาพอศาลฎีกาออกเขาก็เห็นว่าศาลชั้นต้นดำเนินคดีโดยมิชอบด้วยกฎหมายแต่ไหนๆก็มาถึงนี่แล้วเขาก็จะไม่เอาเอกสารย้อนกลับไปอีกเขาก็จะศาลยกเห็นด้วยเหมือนกันว่าหลักฐานไม่เพียงพอค่ะ
On 23 of April 2014, I went to the provincial hall with villagers together with the network of current ethnic in Thailand. I went to meet with Governor Phetchaburi Governor, but I met with the governor, the Phetchaburi governor, and trying to ask him to move out the chief of national park from that area during the investigation of the police. But the governor told me that there is the evidence that we have is not enough to move anyone from the area. So the chief of national park still working in that area. In the same in his position. After that, I gave all of my evidence to the police at provincial level. And later, we filed a case with the provincial court in Phetchaburi. At the first court, the court just dismissed our file case because reasoning that the lack of evidence showing that the chief of national park involved with disappearance case. And on the appeal court still say the same with the first court. Again, in the Supreme Court, provincial Supreme Court, saying that he said that the first court, according to her, even the Supreme Court know that the first court didn't do his work well according to the law, but the Supreme Court saying that again the lack of evidence is the main problem, that he have to say that there is no for disappearance case happened in this case.
จากนั้นก็ไปส่งเรื่องที่ปปท.ค่ะก็ตอนนี้ปัจจุบันนี้ก็ยังเรื่องยังอยู่ที่ปปท.คดีบิลลี่ยังอยู่ที่ปปท.ค่ะก็เมื่อเช้าก็มาถามเจ้าหน้าที่ปปท.เขาก็บอกมาว่าช้าที่กระบวนการไต่สวนมีการเปลี่ยนการสอบสวนก็เป็นการล่าช้ามากที่สุดก็เขาบอกว่าถ้าไม่มีอะไรเปลี่ยนแปลงแล้วว่าทางฝ่ายตรงข้ามเขามีข้ออ้างเยอะมากถ้าเขาไม่มีข้ออ้างเยอะมาอีกต่อเขาก็บอกว่าจะเสร็จประมาณกลางเดือนมกราเดือนหน้าเนี่ยค่ะเขาก็จะส่งไปให้บอกเขาต่อค่ะ
The recent status of Billy's disappearance case is under the investigation of Office of Public Sector Anti-Corruption Commission. And this morning I went to the PACC asking about his case, and I met with officer at the PACC. He told about the delay of this case during the hearing process. and he said that it because of the delay and not giving cooperation by the opponent side. She means that the chief of national park, and the officer at PACC told that if there is nothing changed, this case will be indicted, will be sent to the court in January.
For my struggle to get answer from the authorities, after Somchai was abducted on 12th of March 2004, the Prime Minister Thaksin reacted to his disappearance that it is only Somchai was fighting with his wife, so he just want to run away. But after that, I have a meeting with Kun Thaksin in person in June 2012. Thaksin said that he really upset what he said. He said that he did not know before he was told by his subordinate about this, and he really feels sorry that he said like that. After Somchai disappeared, I want to say that for Kun Pinapa, it's like that it's just beginning. But for myself, it's nearly 13 years. After Somchai disappeared, I submit, I think, more than 100 letters of complaint to the Thai authorities. I have a meeting with all the Prime Minister, but not General Prayut. I have a meeting with Minister of Justice. The people come and go, but nothing changed. I still didn't get any information or the progressive of Somchai case. For Kun Pinapa, for Billy case that Kun Pinapa told us, Billy case that the Supreme Court reject the case is the case of arbitrary detention. It's the habeas corpus, but for Somchai it's the case of coercion. But the case was not charged with abduction or enforced disappearance. And after Somchai disappeared in March, just only in April, 5 police were arrested and the case was sent to the court. And finally, on 29 December 2015, the Supreme Court has acquitted 5 police officers, while the first court of instance said that 1 police found guilty. But the police that found guilty, he already disappeared because his family said that he disappeared regarding to the flood in one of the dams in Phitsanulok province. So the police that the first court said that he is the person who pushed Somchai into the car. Now he already disappeared. And then at the end, on 29 December, the Supreme Court has acquitted 5 police officers that involved in Somchai disappearance. The worst is that the Supreme Court also ruled that my family cannot act as joint plaintiff on behalf of my husband.